Hey, how you doing? You just watched episode 6 of season 1, and I have the pleasure to have with me today Miss London.
Hi.
She played the role of Jada inside of the miniseries, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. I hope you guys continue to support us, continue to push us, in that direction. And season 2 is coming. Season
Oh
2 is
my
coming.
God. You guys
Crazy.
thought that season one was nuts? Like seriously? Season two, it's a whole nother level. So you have to tune in. And if you missed any episodes, you gotta go back because then the ending probably won't make as much sense.
Right,
But
right, right,
this guy right here is a phenomenal writer. It was really a pleasure working with him. I
Thank you.
really enjoyed it.
thank you, thank you. I know we had some hard days out there.
Oh my
some
gosh,
hard
yes.
and cold days.
Some very cold
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
Actually, the last scene that you guys probably just seen, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but the characters that was in that scene, it was so cold outside, we could barely talk. Like, I was like forcing my mouth to say the words or say the lines, but it was so cold outside. So, but, we persevered through. We were in the car doing takes, trying to keep warm, but, it came out really, really good. So,
Yeah, definitely. It was, while I have you here, and you've graced us with your presence, I wanted to ask you a little bit about Jada. I know she was in it from the beginning to the end, and it was such a roller coaster ride. But I wanted to find out from you, how did you maintain that innocent girl, but yet and still showed the bad girl technique? How did that wind up working out?
I was very emotional in the entire film. Either I was crying or I was arguing, I was fighting, I was shooting, so the character, it was like a multifaceted character for me to play because, at times when I wanted to be the little innocent girl, it was like, no, you gotta go and do this shooting, you gotta go doing this killing, or you gotta go to the cat house, which was one of my first scenes where it kind of opened me up to that world that my brother played, Omar. So it was kind of difficult trying to channel all these different emotions, that Jada had to go through. But, I just really kept telling myself that Jada just wanted a way out. And so, especially after she had been through so many losses, she lost everything that was so dear to her. And I'd already came from a broken family. My brother and myself, we were raised in, foster homes to foster homes. So every little person that came in front of me, like, my brother taught me, not to trust anyone, but it was kind of hard not to because I didn't have anyone after he passed and I lost everything, So yeah, I was kind of on the fence, some scenes, and he was kind of trying to work with me. I was like, I don't know, because we just shot this scene where I was this innocent, Jada, but this scene I got to be a killer. So, it was very interesting to play her. Like I said, I was so emotional throughout the entire movie, but I just wanted to portray, what was in Jada's character, and that was just to find a way out for the most part.
Right. It was definitely great work, good work. I know that the change up going from Omar being your protector to Dutch being your protector, by it being a different individual, and you and your brother had a certain kind of relationship,
Right.
but then trying to find something inside of Dutch as a big brother protector. How did you wind up working that out? Because I did notice in the first episode when you came in and you mentioned the mail, you came to the truck and you was like,
Right.
I went and got our mail, you wasn't gonna go and get it, and he was a little stern on you, like, what you doing around here type of attitude. But I also heard Dutch say, I know you're not around here doing something stupid. Right. So it was like the two big brother kind of thing. But how did you work that transition from being Omar's little sister opposed to being Dutch's quote unquote little sister? Because I seen, that episode when he found out you were
the Blake episode,
yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Well, first of all, no one can really take the place of my brother. And like I said, after I lost him, it was kind of, he's always been my protector, since we were little, we were growing up. And so that was kind of instilled in me, like it was just a no-brainer type of trust with my brother. But when he, when he passed away and I had to kind of transition my character into like Dutch being the overseer and being the one that's in control, it was a little weird at first because I wasn't used. My brother kind of kept me away from all of that stuff. Right. So they kind of knew me as like, oh, the little sister, high and by, drop off at school, just to make sure she's okay. But I never really had to be that close to any of my brother friends because he kind of kept me away from that lifestyle. So it was two things. It was difficult trying to become a part of that lifestyle that my brother had already created for me, and then to be close to someone who was not my brother. So after time and the more time I spent with Dutch, the more I was able to kind of fall into his shadow a little bit, and to really see his loyalty, at the cat house, and to see how loyal he was to, my brother, and then to see how loyal he was to me, it kind of spoke volumes to, I guess I can trust him at that point. So
yeah, and I know being a director, I learned from just watching a lot of different directors, and there was one particular director that I really like his style. And he hid the ending, and that's the same thing that I did concerning this film with you guys. And you notice that I didn't release the end until we got to like a day before the shoot, because I wanted to grab that true emotion. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want you guys to say, okay, this is coming, and I didn't want you guys to do an action or a particular ad lib or a certain look to be able to give away my my ending. Mm-hmm. And when you guys actually got a chance to see that particular part and read that particular part, it was minutes before you guys actually shot it. So just to see you guys take on it, it was really more so of a true emotion.
Exactly.
It was more so of a true emotion. So by you getting hit with that at the end and finding out that your best friend was the one that you selected, that you pulled in.
Absolutely, I did. It was my fault.
And she wound up taking you down. How did you take in that moment?
It was, at that moment, it was like everything that my brother warned me about was like pretty much the biggest mistake that I made. Never trust anyone, and, be mindful of these people. But I was so caught up in wanting that sisterhood and, that venting person that I can talk to, and it didn't, it helped the fact that she wanted to kind of drag me out of the game. So I was like, the illusion of that is what drawed me even more to Red. And so finding out, like you said, minutes before, it was like, really, like, oh my gosh, like out of all of this, like, she's the person that's going to take me down. Like, I really trusted Red, and it was kind of weird to put that amount of trust in someone and then be betrayed at the end. And
then I allowed you guys to be able to spend a lot of time together as well.
Yeah.
In between cuts, it's like, man, you guys go over there and talk.
I mean, we actually hung out. Like, that beach scene, like, I think 3 days before that, like, we actually went running together, and just to kind of have a conversation and just to kind of really try to build that type of sisterhood, that type of bond. So what you saw on character really was something that we kind of created on scene, and it kind of spilled over into off scene. So we're actually friends, to this day because of this film. So big up to my sister Shayla. Hi, honey. How are you?
Miss Shayla Jarvis.
Shayla Jarvis, yes. She is, and she was a phenomenal actress as well. Yeah. And she really helped kind of pull me out of some of the scenes, and it was like, you just gotta be yourself, because I was a little nervous a little bit, but she's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah. And what about that John Pierce?
Oh my God,
Blake,
Mr. Blake.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Blake. He's such a ladies' man, and he was so gentle and nice, and I was like, oh my gosh, and so it was really awesome playing with his character a little bit. A lot of dates. We actually guerrilled those shots. Like, we were on dates for real, and people had no idea that we were actually filming. So we was all over Chicago and the big hotels and everything. So it was good. You know, we kind of we're friends. You
Right.
know, to this day. You know,
Right.
my on-screen boyfriend who
Right.
got shot and killed. So yeah.
Right, right. And also, I want you guys to check out uh, John Pierce on YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yes.
I mean, he's a phenomenal,
Yes.
phenomenal singer, performer.
Yes.
We go to his shows and be just
Totally
totally
taken away. Yeah.
blown away. You know,
He's gonna
by,
give
yeah.
you a show. If you've
A serious
never
show.
been or never seen a John Pierce show, you are missing out
Yeah,
because
definitely.
he is going to keep you in awe. He's full of surprises, but
Yeah.
he's so perfect. He's such a perfectionist, and you really feel what he's trying to convey through his music, his performance, his
Right.
dances, and everything. So he's phenomenal. You have to see a John Pierce
Yeah,
show.
you
have
must,
to.
you must, you must
Definitely.
make your way to.
Definitely.
Like I said, look him up Facebook, you know, YouTube, however you get in
Because
contact
he's
with him.
in,
get
yeah,
contact with
because
him.
he's in New York, he's overseas sometimes,
overseas,
so just YouTube him, John Pierce, you know,
Yeah.
you should be able to, you know,
Yeah.
find him because
Yeah,
he's
John
an
P.
awesome, John
John
P.
P.
Mhm.
John Pierce, and he just not too long came back from is that Japan or something?
Japan,
like
I
that?
think he was over there for a couple
Yeah.
of weeks.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
awesome. You
Yeah,
have
he's
to
a
see
great
him.
guy.
Yeah.
And also I wanted to find out from you is just are you prepared for Queena 2, the young prince? You know,
Oh
are you ready
my-
for it? Are you geared up for it?
I am so excited because if you guys thought that I went through a roller coaster, wait until you see season 2. Like, I've met the young man who's gonna play the character who we don't really want you guys to know about,
Yeah.
but he's awesome. He's phenomenal. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna really be in for a treat. I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
excited.
and he's a performer.
And
as
he's a
well.
performer,
He's a
so
performer as
you
well.
know
So you
he's
can do some
gonna
background on him.
definitely.
You know, but
We don't want to release
no,
the
no,
name
no, no,
just
no.
yet, but I've actually had an opportunity to meet with the young guy, and
Yeah.
he's phenomenal. He's ready. So
Yeah. And what I wanted to do before we get out of here, I definitely wanted to tell you guys again about Victim of Violator,
oh yeah,
Victim of Violator, and Victim of Violator 2. You can go online to be able to purchase it, or what you can do is just go on Wattpad. That's WATTPAD. That's WATTPAD.com. You could go on there. You can pull up Victim of Violator and Victim of Violator 2, Left Alone. And I've noticed since we've been doing this, my number's been jumping. So you guys are actually supporting me, and man, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Us out with these t-shirts. Support us.
Support us, please.
Support us. You, as you see, you know, you'll see the shirts and you see the hats and all of that going on. So what I want you guys to do is that continue to tell people about it.
that's right.
Because what we're doing with the street team is out and they're pushing the word. They're online pushing the word. So if you guys see it, man, let people know that it's a good film. And that,
share it on all of your social media. I know
Yeah.
Snapchat,
Instagram.
Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook. Share it. I mean, like seriously, we're trying to really promote this
Right.
as, you know, as something that is great because it is. And
Yeah.
you know, these scenes and these
Yeah.
episodes was not taken for lightly. Like, we really, these are real actresses. We didn't just like wake up and say we wanted to do something. This is a real writer. You know, he is phenomenal. If you guys thought this was like, you know, ooh, this is nothing compared to, you know, to the second one. And also this book, Victor, I've had an opportunity to read the book. I mean, he's a really good writer.
Thank you very much.
And it was, you know, it was an honor working with him. And I don't know if you guys really noticed or not, but, you know, he plays CJ. He was CJ. He had the long dreads and everything.
Yeah,
He was playing, so that was pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, I think that I had to do a serious juggle because the whole time I was acting, I was saying the other person's lines while the whole thing was going on, and I'm hoping that he's looking the right way. I'm hoping that they're doing the right thing, and me trying to make sure that I was doing the right thing. And it was kind of crazy. And the only reason why I wound up on camera is that it was this young man out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah.
And he knows who I'm talking about. He was supposed to play this role. His name is Major Louis. And he was supposed to play CJ. and he had a concert and a tour that day, so it kind of tied him up. And he like, man, I'm trying to get down there. I'm trying to get down there. We emailed him the lines. We emailed him the script.
He was ready, yeah.
You know, we was trying to push and make that work. But I understand also when it comes down to personal dreams and aspirations and contract obligations that individuals have. He did a trade-off, which was a beautiful thing. He said, okay, I want to do the film. I really want to do the film. Man, it's just crazy. And I talked to his manager and the whole thing. What he did was, he told me, he said, man, go on iTunes, go on the internet, go wherever you need to go. We'll send you some music early. We'll send you whatever it is, but use whatever you want to concerning the music as well as the soundtrack. So if you hear the the songs that's playing, I can feel it in the air, and a whole lot of the production, a whole lot of production that was done. It was done by him, and also music was done also by Right Way Productions.
Big ups to Right Way.
Big ups to them. Thanks a lot. And man, he was just Major Lloyd was just he really blessed us. You know, and there was a couple songs in there from BJ the Chicago Kid.
BJ, what's up?
Man, crazy. Pineapple Now and Later is his first project. He got his second project out. Jump on iTunes and check these cats out. They are really phenomenal artists. Also, it's another guy on there that's his stage name is Maniac J. Maniac J. Man, thanks a lot for blessing us with the track.
Thank you.
And his name is Jason Harris. And we had Hefe Ali. He blessed us. He blessed us with a track or two. And man, we want to tell him, man, thanks a lot. He's out of Chicago, crazy with it. You'll be hearing a lot from him. And who else? Other sponsors and stuff we have.
Paradise.
Oh yeah, we mentioned Paradise, the funeral home, Paradise Funeral Home, and we want to thank all of the University of Illinois. Yeah. Thanks a lot for the actual facility. And also, what I wanted to do is I want to thank everybody that worked that day. You know what I mean? All of the hands, the ADs, the ones that fixed food, the ones that catered and dealt with the people, and man, just really everybody that was straight hands on. My family, her family, everybody's family.